It's time to rock this motherfucker with 3 the hard way. Take off Eddie P, 3 the hard ways.
Yeah, what you guys on tonight?
Okay. It's time to rock this motherfucker with 3 the hard ways.
Yeah. As we always do about this time, Tank up Eddie P 3 the motherfucking hard way. As we always do, each man is responsible for whatever comes out of his mouth. That being said, whatever comes out of my mouth or the quartermaster's mouth do not represent the views and opinions of one Mr. Eddie Westside. Mr. 2020. Mr. Eddie P. And after the lights go out, Mr. Turn off the lights. And goddamn it, you know him and love him. The lady of the house's very own high value motherfucking man, Mr. Eddie motherfucking Coppola. Goddamn it, let's get it 3 the hard way. Let's fight this motherfucking evil.
Every time, man, I was waiting for another. I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That had me going, man.
Let's get it. Let's get it. What's cracking?
Shit. What's happening with y'all, man?
Hey, man.
Hey.
Top of the week, you know. Same old shit.
Yes, sir.
Same old crazy going on in is that shit you just sent me with dude over here robbing that San Fran again, bro. He's 6 foot, right? And 6'3" with the fro. And he's on a bike.
In a Walgreens.
Nobody saw him. Yeah, nobody saw him come in.
Nobody thought to kick this nigga off his bike.
Hey, none of that looks suspicious at all. Brother on a bike, a mountain bike.
But listen, motherfuckers bring bikes in everywhere down here.
Okay.
Like a motherfucker came to the hospital and was about to bring his bike in there, and I think he saw us and decided to take that shit around. Like this place is very fucking different. I was coming home from dropping my son off at football practice, and there was a broad praying on her knees to some dude standing up, and I don't know what the fuck was going on. I don't know if she was begging him or praying to him, but this shit, like, you see some of everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was just a little odd. And they just standing there, and then while the dude about to go by, the dude tried to snatch.
Hey, did you see his patch?
One hand. Yeah, it was security.
That motherfucker said TSA.
The guy that did it?
Oh, wow.
The guy that was
motherfucker.
trying to snatch
I
your
just saw
badge.
security. I thought he was.
Oh, TSA motherfucker did it? Well, we see why
That
he
is
did
too
it.
funny.
He's government trained.
Right.
That one hand.
Right. That's what happened. That's exactly what
TSA
happened.
shit, boy.
No, don't nobody.
All I saw was security and the little white lady saying, somebody call 911. I mean, he stuffed a grocery bag.
The shit made me think about what was that, Atlanta, when he was like, "Oh yeah, they have a no confrontation policy."
Yes.
Shit. Hey,
can I have these shoes in a size 10?
Yeah, that was it.
Listen,
that was it. But dude cleaned out a cabinet.
Yeah.
He cleaned out a whole damn cabinet. I'm just sitting there like, where's this going? And then he bicycled out. All you had to do is push him over.
You do.
Like, what the hell?
All you had to do is push him over.
What was he taking? Cosmetics or like shaving equipment or something? Like, those are the only things locked up.
It was one of those locked cabinets, man. It might have been cold medicine or something.
That was in one of the aisles, man.
I don't know, man. Maybe some dark and lovely. I don't know, man.
Ran in there and grabbed all the magic shave.
He got a gang of travel degree, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
travel
man,
deodorants
I
and
hate
shit.
that shit. I know what that is kind of. I am kind of, my interest is piqued on what the hell did he steal in that abundance? Because he filled that bag up. He's like, he didn't want to go nowhere else but to that section of that whole fucking
That was
store.
the travel section. All the shit they won't let you take on the airplane, he was buying. Like, Full size mouthwash.
It's not.
That was
They
crazy.
gonna charge
Yeah.
this
That was
motherfucker as
some
being a
crazy shit
terrorist.
you sent
Watch.
me on that, man.
Everything
Wow.
that he grabbed was over 3 ounces of liquid.
Man, look. Right. And he went in with it.
Like I said, man, I'm just glad nobody got hurt. You know what I mean? Those situations turn real funky real
That part.
quick. And, you know, I saw something earlier about that dude in Iowa. Speaking of getting screwed, he's got 10 years for spitting in that dude's face.
What?
You know about that situation? He went into a store, so he went somewhere, and the guy asked him to pull his mask up. And the dude waited on whatever. I guess it was underneath his nose. And the dude was like, "Can you please pull your mask up?" And he didn't do it, or he did it, but he was feeling some type of way, and he went on ahead and followed dude outside, whooped his ass, pulled his mask down, and spit in his face. I guess it might have happened like early last year because he just got sentenced. They gave him a dime. 10 years for this shit.
So
man.
the motherfucker who asked dude to pull the mask up, whoop dude ass?
No, he got his ass beat.
Every day I'm telling
And
my
the dude
brothers.
spit in his face and was like, "If I got it, you got it." 2.
Jesus.
Hey man,
And fucking
black
Iowa.
dude.
White on
Hey
white.
man, the laws of the land have prevailed. This country has one of the greatest judicial systems ever. Look,
10 years, man. You got to sit down, man, for a
right,
dime.
for a loogie,
You didn't already beat the
right?
dude's
But then
ass. Okay, that's assault or whatever. Now you over here, I guess, assault with a deadly weapon.
yeah, they be doing that shit. That's like the broad on the plane though. Now the one witness said that it was the flight attendants. The flight attendant, it was both their faults. She said that the flight attendant didn't help the situation because the lady asked her to back up. She was trying to do something with her kid, and she was like, "Oh, put your mask up." And she was like, "All right, 1 second, I'm trying to woo woo woo." And she just kept getting over, and she was like, "Back up, back up, back up," and she yacked her ass in the fucking jaw. And you know, now she can't fly no more. I think they hit her heavy. Bitch can't fly no more. She got fined, all that shit.
She can't fly ever.
I don't think
Or
so.
she just got banned
I
from the
think
sky.
I think so.
Oh, that's some new
I don't think
shit.
it was just the airline. You think about it though, man. She hit a motherfucking flight attendant.
Yeah.
Now some of them, yeah, some of them do be expletives and shit, but at the same time, you know, because the sky marshal was right, he was sitting right next to her. The chick didn't know. It was a black dude. That motherfucker got him. Stop! Hey! Right after she socked this bitch, I'm like, you saw the confrontation, my dude. Why didn't you break it up? Like, but you know, he's probably like, man, these 2 white women. I'm staying the fuck out of this.
He's like, I don't see no
Right.
guns. I don't see no, no
Right.
shanks. I'm good. I'm gonna enjoy my flight.
These 2 white bitches. I'm leaving it alone. We'll see. I touch one of them. But you know what? Going back to what you were talking about as far as homie, you know, riding a bike and you know, it was good that everybody was safe and nobody got harmed.
Yeah.
In contrast, these motherfuckers was out here. The thing to do out here, they like to go to the Apple stores and just run through the aisles. Customers and all, they'll run. These motherfuckers will sprint through the aisles and yank every fucking thing they can. They tell the guards, back the fuck up. A lot of shit here is observe and report. You know, now in my gig, these motherfuckers think they SWAT. They like, hey, this motherfucker.
Top
there you
flight.
go. This motherfucker told me flat out,
man.
hey man, I don't give a fuck what else you fuck up, but if we call you over the radio, let's go. And hey man. But you, so these guys, it was 2 of them. I think they were trying to go in there, man. The security guard didn't even have shit on him. He was unarmed, and these motherfuckers shot him. Two. You know, two.
Was that the boy and the girl? or whatever, the little
I think
teenagers
so.
or whatever. They lit the security. Yeah, they lit the
Lit
security
him up.
guard up, shot him in the stomach.
Yep, that's that story. That's that
Yeah,
exact
at the
story.
Apple store.
Yep,
Damn.
and didn't even have to. He wasn't gonna try and stop him.
Damn.
You know, so these situations, man, can take a turn. And like you said, man, I'm glad everybody came out safe because these motherfuckers be wild in here.
Going through the Apple store and trying to house.
Fucking
Yeah.
flash mob robbery.
Yeah. That's
a big thing here.
Yeah, that sounds about right, man.
Yep.
But I mean, most all Apple products can be traced.
That's that part. That's that other thing, though.
Oh, but you can break them shits down like cars. You could have a chop shop full of Apple hardware.
Okay.
A word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Here's the other shit. The other shit I was told to down in the South, man. One of my cats was a hustler. He said, man, we don't give a fuck if the shit, you know how the display shit sometimes don't be working. They was like, we don't give a fuck about that. All we need is the boxes. We'll put that shit in the box, rewrap the plastic. We'll show them maybe one or two that's working just in case they want to check another. They gonna get that dummy display joint.
Mm-hmm.
We telling them, hey, look, man, it's $300-$400 items. Give me $250. Motherfucker come out clean with $250, and the motherfucker got me like that. Hey, man, I got the.
Ouch.
Look, man, not with one of them. It was a camera. It was a camera. He was like, hey, man, I got these cameras and shit. That motherfucker sold me a $50 paperweight.
Hey, man, you got to know who you're getting it from, man. You know what I mean? You got to know, don't, there's a lot of people that we know and know where to find if it ain't on the up and up. Don't be, some cat, some Jeff from the left. Nah, man, I'm running up on you while you pumping gas.
Right.
Some dude tried to ask me, do I want to, you like high-end cologne? I'm like, yeah, but not at a gas station. Kick rocks, man. Get going. Him and his old lady trying to sell cologne at the gas station, man. I'm like, man, first, you ain't got no mask on.
Right.
And second, man, get back, man. Get away from me, man. You see what I'm doing. I'm going to swipe my card with you. Who's walking around with cash?
Right. And see, the other shit is these motherfuckers be on they sell the DVDs. Motherfuckers show you 10 DVDs blank to the motherfucker for $5 a piece. You be mad at the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So like down, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I get hustling, but you'll never see that motherfucker in that area again. And I was like, I was like, man, let me see this nigga again. I'm telling everybody, man, get the fuck away from him.
So I said, man, you gotta, it's those, those boosters that you do know, the dudes used to come into the barbershops.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know where to find them. And they have all the
good right
shit.
on.
And you also got to know what you're buying.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, man, let me go check this out. I remember, buying car radios and shit like that. You know what I mean? And I'm like, hey, man, let me take this out to my car and see if it fire up. You take that power, run it through your battery, see if it fire up. Some cats that go out there and sell you a deck that don't even light up.
Right. So
yeah, just slick shit like that. But hell, half the dudes I ran with was those boosters.
There you go.
I ain't had to go far, to find if it was just a phone call away back home.
There you go.
That's what it was. But yeah, man, I'm not doing that shit. I think I done got away with so much shit or whatever on that level that I don't want to tempt fate by buying some shit and my motherfucking ear fall off.
Right.
I done rubbed some of this damn bootleg cologne on me, and I done infected everybody in the house.
They got a lot of bootleg cologne on Amazon. Yeah, they got a lot of bootleg shit on Amazon.
Word.
Dead serious, man. Cologne, shoes, all kind of shit, man.
They don't give a fuck.
I didn't know they was allowed to do knockoffs and all that shit on Amazon. See, I'm not looking for it, so I don't know.
Bezos.
You know what I mean? I didn't know they had.
Jeff, like this shit gonna sell.
The biggest corner nigga you ever met.
Who, Jeff?
That motherfucking he just a nigga on the corner.
Man, I'm telling you, Jeff Bezos is. I think this motherfucker is the one that sits above the high table, man. To be honest with you, that motherfucker is just everywhere. Like, that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man. You know when it comes to that, the motherfuckers, the other shit too. I never used to support these cats till I started doing comedy. Man, motherfucker come up on you, hey man, buy my CD,
Yeah.
and I'm like, hey, you
Yeah.
know what, man? I'm a fellow artist, man. Here go a couple dollars. Out of all the bullshit, you'd be surprised how much good music is actually out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And them usually be the
Yeah.
motherfuckers. It's like, hey man, let me get a donation. It be the motherfuckers that be like, hey man, give me $20, and you be like, oh my god, if you don't get this motherfucking jingle the fuck out of here, this weed jingle, you know. I bought one, and me and my lady, we was headed out to San Francisco. She said, if you don't take that shit the fuck out of my motherfuckers, I was like, all right. You know, so I try to support. But other than that, motherfuckers will run up on you with some bullshit. Bullshit. $200, man. I give you this box of rocks. Like, yeah.
Like I said, man, you'll see him, and once he hit that lick, he
gone.
gone.
Yeah.
You'll never see that. You'll never see that brother
Right.
again.
Right.
You know,
Motherfucker be a good
So that's
salesman
right.
too. Hey man, I got all.
Yeah.
Look, I usually charge 10 for these motherfuckers, but I give them to you for $2 a piece and 2
Yeah.
pornos for free. You be like, man,
I had an old head that came to the gig, man, and he set up a fucking card table. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting in the lobby, so I was doing security, and I just see all these ladies coming down. They just like a fucking herd. They just all running. I'm like, you know, it is lunchtime. All right. And my man who drove the patrol truck was like, hey, get out here. And I was like, what's up, man? He's like, man, this dude is selling purses in the garage. He got a table and everything. And I was like, what? He was like, man, he up front in the handicaps, what you call it, man. He's selling purses. And I'm putting it together like, that's why these old ladies out here running. You know what I mean? And I was just like, let me go see what this cat working with. Like, dude, again, like you said, man, he had the slick tongue. He was talking like, look, man, I know you got a woman. You pick one of these out, take one home to your lady, man. Just look the other way. You know, he was like, man, I was like, dude, but you can't be parking in the handicap spot and then setting up your damn card table in another handicap spot, man. That's not gonna fly. I mean, you right up front. He's like, man, what if I just put the table away and I just work out my trunk? Deal. Give me that damn purse.
hey.
And dude, every week, and it was the fact that the ladies contacted him.
Yeah.
They told him he can make more money if he come to them because he was hitting them off over at the restaurant.
And it's the real shit?
You know? Hell nah. Knock off like a mug, man. But, you know, these so-called high-end females or whatever, they didn't give a shit. They just thought it was a deal. You know, who's going to question them if they make an X amount of money? Who's going to check to see if the stitching's right and all that? They're just going to take it on face value. Oh, yeah, this is, this is Gucci. This is Louis, you know, because I'm rocking it, you know. And that's what it was. I mean, he had a good 2-3 month run, you know. He was tossing me a couple every week he came, every Friday.
I think the funniest shit that I ever heard was my old lady. She said in Italy, she said, these motherfuckers, and it is totally legal. If you go to a Gucci store, she said it's a little African motherfucker standing in the front selling Gucci knockoffs in front of the motherfucking Gucci store.
That's
gangster. Gangster the motherfucker, and the owners can't do shit. This motherfucker was set up right in front of the window. I don't think they can obstruct the door, but yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. Like I said, man, it is what it is. It's a hustle.
Have you ever seen you guys ever run into it? These motherfuckers sell speakers, and it's a legitimate company, but they apply this fucking hustle to their sales pitch. And it's white kids, right? You show up at a gas station or something, and these white kids are in a van, and they're like, they'll pull you to the side, like, "Hey, man, look, we're supposed to go install these speakers, in this house. We work for a company, and they fucked up, and they put too many speakers in the back of our truck, man. Look, we're just trying to make a couple dollars off these extra speakers, man. Look, they're legit. They even had a magazine, and they'll bust it out like, hey, man, look, these are the same speakers in this magazine that, but hey, look, they sell for like $1,200. Give us $300 and you can take some. And this is how they get down, but it's a legitimate business.
And they just act at bottom rate.
Yeah, it's a legitimate business, but they just put this hustle fucking sales pitch on it.
Damn. That's like some boiler room shit.
Right.
They put that extra sauce on it to make you like, you know what? Because everybody wants to get that deal.
Yeah.
Everybody want to feel hooked up. I don't care, black, white, candy stripe. Everybody wants that damn feeling. Like, shit, I ain't paid full price for this.
Get this. On that same shit. Okay, so I get these motherfucking speakers home, right? Because they.
So you know I shitted on the bitch.
You know firsthand.
So after I shits on the bitch, you know what I'm saying?
I get these speakers home, right? I'll hook these motherfuckers up, man. They sound great, right? And I remember going on the internet and like researching these speakers, right? I find the name of the speakers that are, labeled on the shit, same ones that were in the magazine. Yeah. And it's just associated with this hustle on all the chat rooms and shit. So I'm reading, like, this is their fucking sales pitch. And I'm like, man, I got fucking hustled. Now, I didn't pay full price for these speakers, right? I paid, like, I don't know. I think it was like couple hundred $100, right? And these speakers were amazing. Okay. Like, they sounded fucking great.
For 3 hours.
I felt so decepted. I felt so hustled. I looked the company up and returned them shits.
Seriously, dude, bro, because of the sales pitch? You didn't feel right because of how they got it? Oh, my God.
I felt so hustled, man.
Your pride was hurt.
Man, see, it's about, getting a good deal. All that other shit went out the window and was like, man, them motherfuckers got me good.
Damn. You're going to send them
back.
Yeah,
I kind of wish I kept them speakers, though. They were pretty good. These motherfuckers had a fake magazine. They had a fake magazine. Hey. It was fucking dope, man. I like give it up to them. I can't remember what bullshit speakers they were. Fucking Clint would know. But yeah, man, I felt so hustled.
Like I said, I was, if I think it's a good deal, man, I pretty much roll the dice on it. But I do that, but not with certain things I won't do, like with food.
Yeah.
Remember back home, there was a dude riding around with a deep freezer. See?
I remember that shit.
Yeah. Oh, he was on the south side, man, because my great-grandmother lived on Earl.
Yes, sir. Mine on Evergreen. So, yeah.
It fucking
that dude who had that white fucking freezer and was like, I got X, this, that, and the third in this freezer or whatever. And I'm giving, some good deals. And I'm like, man, no. There's certain things, no. I don't know how long, that shit could have been rotten and you just froze it. You know what I mean? And I won't know until I thaw it out.
Man, but, back in them days, like you said, if the motherfucker pulled that shit, he couldn't come back. We saw him all the time. He was through there every fucking day.
You're right. You had to know that person. Like, oh, we know him. He be here every other week or so. You know what I mean? So he ain't going nowhere. If it's not on the up and up, you damn right on that.
He had to be on the up and up because motherfuckers would have shot that nigga over some.
Back
Can you
home.
imagine getting some bad lobster?
Dude.
Back home, motherfucker, like,
ooh,
yeah, the motherfucker, he probably took food stamps and shit. Motherfucker got all your food stamps. You got some rotten seafood, motherfucker. You catching some bullets next time a nigga see you. It's over.
They taking your life, they taking your vehicle, they taking the rest of your meat, and they gonna store that damn freezer in the basement.
My God.
But yeah, man, I just thought that was the weirdest shit, man. Dude ride around with a damn freezer in the back of his joint, selling meat.
I bet my great grandma bought some of that fucking meat.
I'm sure all of our
people bought some of this
shit. Again, because like you said, man, he was like the ice cream man. He was gonna come back. He was gonna come back. But yeah, I was a little, weary on doing that one, but speakers, tires, radios, all that shit. You know, that was just common. You know, I remember back in the day getting VCRs and the motherfuckers were still warm. You talk about some hot shit.
I bought a bed. I
You
bought
know,
I bought a bed.
and I'm getting bougie with it. Like, dude, you couldn't get the remote.
Yeah.
I gotta go buy a Universal now.
I bought a bed. I bought a fleece bed for like $150.
You didn't sleep on it, did you?
That motherfucker was comfortable as hell. It was in all the plastic, homie. I checked. Trust me, I checked. It was in all the plastic.
Oh, okay.
It was good, dog. It was good. It was good,
The
man.
last thing you need is a fucking junkie mattress.
I was about to say, but I hope you regift it.
Oh man,
or something.
I flipped that. I flipped that shit upside down. Checked where my shit had springs. I was like, damn. I checked all that shit. I had the box spring, all that $150, man.
About to say, if you hit that bitch with some Febreze, yeah, we wouldn't be family no more.
You see all the
I just
bugs.
Febrezed it, man.
Yeah, like you come to the crib, he can't sit down.
Hey, black motherfucker,
You stand right
let
there.
a black motherfucker go to your house and it ain't right. You ain't never sitting down in that shit.
They gonna tell
Right.
you, man. They gonna be like, yeah, make sure he keep his shoes on. I see
Hey,
Let me
hey,
tell you something.
Keep his shoes
truth
on.
be told, you ain't even got to get to a motherfucker's house, man. Just be the kid with ringworm. Well, nobody
He can't come in here. Yeah, he can't come in
you
here.
be done until you move out of that town.
Pretty
Go
much.
to college.
Motherfucker
You be
got
that
that spiny patch of skin in the middle of his head.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. Y'all better keep his ass out there on the porch.
Hey, put Marvin ass the fuck out there, man. Don't
Yeah.
let him in his house. Can we go play?
Don't you bring that boy in this
He
house.
ain't nobody playing with that motherfucker.
Yeah.
We had a young girl, man, when I was in elementary school. I feel fucked up to this day. She was the only white girl in there. This motherfucker had ringworm, and we showed our asses. We was like, ugh,
See?
get the fuck away. Like, she was hurt. She was hurt. Like, I don't know how that shit got up.
She gonna find your ass because she know now. Like, oh, so you remember that? That's why I'm in therapy now.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. She probably rich
You
somewhere.
know, but
Yeah.
I remember dudes getting in the hood. The head on their
Ugh.
face, and their back, all, yeah, man. It was just one
Yeah.
of those. You grew up in the inner city, man, and not everybody had
Right.
everything. You know what I mean? Parents was strung out on that shit. They didn't give a damn if their kids ate
Right.
or
Right.
if they kept themselves up like that. So we didn't really necessarily knock them because we knew
Right.
their house. You know what I mean? So that's what that was. We didn't make fun of folks for getting it. We just knew the situation.
And think about it, man. You know, a lot of our people had certain afflictions, but
yes, sir.
depending on how much shit they stole, we didn't treat them fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
We
Nah.
we loved them. Funny story is though, speaking of all that shit, man, talking about motherfuckers not being allowed over. I'm doing a cable installation. This matter of fact, this was my last day of doing cable. I go to this house, nicest fucking neighborhood, one of the nicest neighborhoods I've ever seen in Fort Worth. I knock on the door, and I said, damn, this fucking door is dirty as hell. I said, motherfuckers opened up the door, and the smell of piss, I mean, just hit me in the fucking face. So I said, you know what, I'm going to do all the outside work first. So I went, got some Vicks, put that shit under my nose, ran all the wires. Well, I get in the house. I'm like, okay, this motherfucker's filthy as shit everywhere. But as I go in the room, I'm like, man, what's this shit all over the floor, man? So I go to pick the cable wire up, and the whole motherfucking floor got up and started walking. Mr. Coppola, I've never seen so many roaches in my motherfucking life, all through the motherfucking house. When I went in the other room, I was trying to open the blind. These motherfuckers was falling off the fucking blinds. They was all over the table. They was coming out of the television. These motherfuckers ran the house. The kitchen, was these motherfuckers was there. Okay, I say all that to
Mhm.
say this. The lady whose house it was on the phone with somebody, and she said, "Oh my God, they do them kids wrong. They do Quayla and Tay Tay fucked up. Can you believe that after they was over here, they took them kids' clothes and threw them away?" I was like, "Yeah, bitch."
Yeah.
And it was one of them things where I was at. I was able to look around the corner, and she didn't see me. This motherfucking house was saturated. They had to put a tent over that motherfucker, or tear that motherfucker down. There was so many roaches, man.
Yeah.
So
Like I said, man.
yeah.
It's those. We all grew up with a family who was like that, and your mom pulled you to the side and was just like, "Don't have them motherfuckers in my
Right.
house."
Can I spend the
You know
night?
what I
No.
mean? You could.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Shake your
Don't
clothes
you
off.
invite them to your party.
Leave your bags outside for the night.
Hey, we all
Those
been
roaches are crawling
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
we all been there.
Yeah.
That pair of pants is
Yeah.
like a roach bomb. You put that motherfucker in the house, you ain't getting rid of them. I mean, goddamn, man.
I mean, that's just what it was, man. I mean, like I said, I grew up mainly in apartments, and if the first floor got roaches, the second and the third
There you
got 'em.
go.
So you gotta keep your shit tight, constantly. My mom was always telling me like, "Hey, they may come through, but they'll just be
There
visiting.
you go.
They ain't staying."
I had some
But yeah, man.
I had some cousins that lived in the Kimmelbrooks. And I just remember going in the bathroom and cutting the light on it. Them motherfuckers was dipping. Scattered. They was down the sink, all
Scattered.
kind of shit. I said, "Oh no, goddamn."
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I mean, you see them, man. You just get that feeling that they
Yeah,
own
you do.
You know what I mean? Because they're so damn fast, man. It's like, man, where the fuck are they going?
And they have an egg
know what I
hanging out
mean?
their ass, all kind of shit, man.
And they just, God, I ain't been that close up on one in a long
I'll never
time. And
forget
I'm, God,
Nasty
dang.
shit.
Listen,
nasty.
let me tell you something. The worst part,
Shit, you caught one giving
man,
birth?
look, let me tell you something. For years,
Damn.
I didn't know what that shit was. You know to get out of a motherfucker's house when you see an egg just in the kitchen.
Oh,
You might look.
man.
Let me say this: it's worse than seeing the roach. 'Cause if you see an egg, you like, "Oh shit, it's a bitch around this bitch that's fertile." Oh no, I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. I'm
God,
telling you, man.
damn. Yeah.
When you see that
Yeah,
egg hanging out that ass, it's time to go. That's some different shit. Some motherfuckers got little roaches, little baby roaches. When you see that egg hanging out that bitch ass, you like, "Oh man, I got the."
Was crazy, man. You always had that homie who had that house like that, and they were quick to offer you, like, man, can I make you a
Hell
sandwich?
Oh,
No.
the most generous
Hell.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly. Offer you everything now, man. You want something to
Wow.
drink?
Nope.
There's
No.
still milk rings at the bottom of your glasses, motherfucker. And trying to offer me some goddamn water.
All the time. You want to come over and play Atari? No.
This white shit floating in my water.
It's a perfect
Milk.
circle.
Right.
Yeah, man. Y'all been there. Y'all been there. Always.
Like you could. Hey, I know y'all brothers didn't do it. I used to. You couldn't eat every motherfucker chitlins, man.
What in the hey
didn't
nigga,
eat
you
that
shouldn't eat
chitlins.
chitlins at all.
I don't.
All right.
Listen.
Hey, man, this is
Tradition.
tradition.
Fuck
damn it.
that.
That's
Fuck
all.
Listen,
that.
It's
You-
tradition. I know it's
Right.
stank. I know where it came from.
Hey,
It's
Ed.
tradition, man.
I
There's
know
certain
it's
things in our
Ed.
culture.
Ed.
He said, "I know it's
What's
stank."
up, man?
Hey, look. Get a piece of human shit on your silverware. Will you ever use it again?
Listen.
No,
Listen,
man.
Exactly,
no.
man.
I
But
see
you
where
gonna sit
you're
here
going. I
and
see
you
where you're
can't
going.
wash
I see
the
where you're
smell of
going,
shit
man. It was
out of tissue.
it was
Cuddy.
like
was stuffed
you
organs.
can't
Right,
wash it out of
They
a
was
fork.
stuffed
You can't
organs,
wash
Cuddy.
shit
You
out of a
can't.
fork.
Cuddy,
You
listen,
can't wash
listen.
that shit out of metal.
Cuddy.
You can't
And
wash
like
it out of
Ob,
tissue.
like Ob said, you can't eat anybody's.
Right.
You got to have
Right.
somebody who know what the fuck
right.
they
No,
doing.
Cuddy.
Fuck that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
And
got
you
to
don't
pull out the
you know,
membrane.
so-
See, you ain't add enough onion. Fuck
Cuddy.
that. There
Cuddy,
is
listen,
no
listen,
way in
listen.
hell.
See?
Listen.
Okay,
I ain't ate them
okay.
motherfuckers since I was a teenager. What I'm saying is, when we 7 and 8, we don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, I mean,
You-
but you ate it into your teens, nigga.
Listen,
you knew you was eating pig ass.
Okay, motherfucker. I wasn't hip to
Intestines,
Farrakhan,
Intestines.
motherfucker. What I'm saying is,
Olfactory senses.
at a certain age, when you walking in grandma's kitchen and you wondering if she farting, you know what I'm saying? No, she was cleaning chitlins.
Nah, you know what it was. It was that damn red bucket.
I didn't know
defrosting.
it.
You know what it was.
I seen the red bucket with the white top on it.
You knew. Yeah,
You know
knew
what I'm saying?
It was. You know, chitlins and
I
hog
just didn't know.
mogs.
Malls,
you know,
yeah,
all
malls.
of it.
Hog malls, chitlins.
Yeah.
But, you know, as I hog head cheese, we called it sauce meat. Sauce meat with crackers like a motherfucker.
I can't stand that shit. That shit,
jelly
that
shit.
That just don't feel
that
right.
jelly
Yeah,
shit.
that don't. Yeah.
Look,
that
They always
Hey,
got that
spice
shit that looks like brains. Is fucking no. They got a
Right,
huge
brain-
hunk of brain in that motherfucker.
it's part of
no,
Yeah.
bro.
It's
Yeah.
all the pig, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
There's reasons
I'm
not to
good
eat
on that. I
entrails.
tried that
man.
one time,
look,
and I
me
can't-
and my
I can't
moms
eat
used
that.
to look. Me and my moms used to go to the corner store, get us a pound of motherfucking spicy sauce meat, and eat that shit with some crackers. Me and my grandfather
From the
would do that
corner
shit.
store?
From the corner store.
You got sauce meat from the fucking corner store,
From the
nigga?
corner store on McCartney Road, right across from where that car wash was. When the Arabs used to have that joint, we would go over there. We
From there?
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, we would listen, I was a kid, man. I would go get some. Look, we would go get some JoJo fries and some sauce meat
Across from the drive-through, right?
across from the drive-through.
You a
motherfucker.
nasty man.
They had some
Listen,
good JoJo's.
listen, let me just say
they
this,
had some
let me
bomb
just
ass
say this.
JoJo's.
Mom's put an end to that shit because she said that the baby was downstairs naked, sitting on the peanuts. Remember when they had the peanut bin, and it was full of peanuts.
Yeah, because they lived upstairs. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that till later on.
Most of them they live in the
mom-
establishment.
My
man.
mom said, "Yo, man, this motherfucking baby downstairs naked, sitting on the peanuts. We ain't getting shit from here no more."
Wait a minute, hold on. Were they shelled peanuts?
Yes.
It
No,
don't
they
matter.
weren't shelled.
It
They
don't
had the
matter.
shell on them.
What's the big? You about to eat chitlins and sauce meat, nigga? Like
Listen,
you
listen.
can shell a peanut.
Motherfucker, this was back in the day, son, the 80s. Shut the fuck up. you hold my
We ain't know salmonella didn't exist.
you
then.
hold my feet to the fucking fire, man. You hold my feet to the fire like once I found out what that shit was, I said, "Oh no!" And my mother was like, "You don't want no chillin'? Nah, fuck y'all, fuck y'all. Y'all,
You was
listen,
18
y'all should
at
have
the
passed.
time, no.
Y'all should have passed it down. Shut up, man. No, I wasn't. I wasn't no fucking 18. I'm like, this is a tradition that should have never been passed the fuck down.
Hey man, I know, like they said, that we had they gave us the scraps
Right.
and we had to turn them into
There you go.
know something wonderful. But I think we made
We
it.
did, and that's the
I
thing.
think we have alternatives.
Let me say this.
Yeah, like you said, man, it's been a while, but it's one of those things to me, like when the holidays hit and I
Mhm.
smell chitlins, whatever, it's a little nostalgic or whatever, because it reminds me of, like you said, your family in the kitchen doing their
Mhm.
thing or whatever, and they getting down. But yeah, man, I know when you know better, you do.
And
better.
that's the
So,
thing.
Yeah, man, I haven't
Right.
partaken in the red
Right.
bucket.
And
for
I'm
a
gonna say
while,
this.
so-
Look, I'm gonna say two things. I'm gonna say two things. I'm not gonna completely fucking dog them because it was a time when some of our people, that's all they could afford for the holidays. So I'm not gonna completely dog them.
Mm.
Second of all, them motherfuckers is gonna go the way of the dinosaurs because today's average woman can't cook to save her motherfucking life. So they ain't gonna be able to clean no motherfucking chitlins.
You damn
You know
right.
that because grandma,
You damn right. They don't
Right.
have the staying power. They couldn't go through a
grandma
bucket.
would be in
and you
there
don't
for
have to tell 'em.
hours, and these motherfuckers got nails and
Hours.
shit, all them acrylics.
Yeah.
They ain't for grandma.
Yeah.
Grandma
Yeah.
would be
They're not
at the
built like that.
motherfucking kitchen sink
Kitchen
for
sink,
hours.
drowning
Right.
them damn
Pulling the
things.
rocks out of
Like,
crevices.
Right.
all the way
Right.
through. Not even one bucket, a couple of buckets.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy, depending on who's coming
And
through.
it was good. I used to
Easy.
love them motherfuckers, but now that I know, knowing is half the battle.
They clean them, and then after that, here come the
Yep,
greens.
with some hot sauce.
Same
Some
deal.
hot sauce.
The same deal. Cleaning them damn greens. The same
Like
deal.
you,
know
like
what
you
I
said,
mean?
the smell of chitlins make you think about the holidays and loved ones, this and that. The smell of chitlins makes me think of my grandmother, and not for the same reasons. Okay. So
Which grandma? You said which grandma?
Reese. Yeah. Now,
Reese didn't pull the membrane all the
this
way
is the
out?
only. You know how gangster Reese was.
Gangster.
This is the
Yes,
only
sir.
time I ever wanted to lay hands on this woman.
Okay.
Reese would beat your motherfucking ass.
She would have. She would have. She
Easy.
would have got done whipping my ass. She would have called 6 motherfuckers, and they would have whipped my ass too.
Right.
Just like Della
Right.
Reese. Yes.
You
go
know,
for
you
it.
know how Risa was, and we go back and forth, talking shit to each other. And
Facts.
she was leaning over the sink, cleaning chitlins. It was right before a holiday, and I'm giving my grandma shit about something, and she reached up
Uh-oh.
and touched my nose like that, bro.
He ain't been right
Like-
since. He ain't been right
Bro,
since.
the first thing was running through my mind like, beat this motherfucker's ass. But then, as soon as you thought that, you like, you can't do that. Like, this your grandma, man. Get that thought out your mind. Because if you knew you was thinking it, she'd kick your ass.
Pretty much.
Man, what nothing I could do about it, man. I had to leave. I couldn't even say nothing, man. Like stern to her, like until next time.
Nothing. Nothing.
I had to turn around, and get out the house, man. I was a grown ass
Wow.
man. I was like 28.
What was your face like? What was your face like,
Man,
yo?
I had to be like,
I swear to God. I
'Cause
swear
you
to
smelled
God.
it. It was on the
Man,
tip of your nose. You
I
smelled that
still
shit.
smell it
It's
to
the fact
this
that he
day.
knows
I
she
smell
cleaning.
pig
Right.
shit.
And
Like when I think of that story,
yeah.
I smell the shit that she touched. Man, nothing you could do about it. Absolutely. Like
Oh,
I
she
feel
put a
guilty
root on your
thinking
ass.
about
Okay.
that. Like, hey man, I should do
Our
something.
boy.
I forgot
boy
who she
got
was for a
touched.
hot second. You know what I mean?
Hey man, that happens because you know damn well that was. I guess that was pretty much part of your journey because now look at you. You can't go nowhere near.
Right, she
Nah.
saved your life.
You know,
She saved your life.
she made sure you don't
Right.
fuck with that no more. Made sure.
Right.
Like watch this.
Uh,
Oh, she just fucking ET. Oh no. She just fucking ET me. Oh my God, that is funny as hell. Because I can see Tank just sitting there like fucking around, shooting his shot, and then she just shut all that down with a touch.
Right.
Man.
that's some old school woman shit.
Yeah. She was a master, bro. She was a master.
Like, come here, I gotta tell you something.
Only a woman who could come out of her bra with a straight razor does that kind of shit, man. That's it.
Hey man,
Old
school.
school.
What I say, Della Reese,
Yeah.
baby. Like, nah, motherfucker, we got to fight. You want to talk shit? We got to fight. Like, I ain't got nothing twisted. Nah, you say what you
Right
said.
on.
And that's what it was, man. That is too fucking funny, man. I'm sorry, Tank. I
Right.
get it. I make sure nobody have chitlins in the vicinity come holidays. Like, nah, we ain't doing that no more, man. We moved on, people.
There you go.
You know, we ain't got to eat that shit. You know, we got our.
There you go. So, Mr.
man.
Copeland,
Go ahead, man. What's that?
let's get with the let me switch it up a little bit. We got
What's
3
up?
fights coming up.
Ooh.
Talk to me.
We got Charlo versus Montiel. That's coming June 19th. On the 26th, we got Tank Davis
Oh shit,
versus
that's
Barrios.
That's this weekend.
Was that? Yeah, this Saturday.
Yeah, it's this weekend. Then Charlo. Oh, I mean, then
Tank Davis,
Tank.
and Barrios,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
now Fury Wilder, July 24th. What you
July?
thinking?
Ooh. I can't wait to hear fucking Wilder's excuses.
I hope he don't say nothing. I hope he fuck everybody up and don't come with that rah
Right.
rah and just leave it in the ring. I hope he don't say a fucking thing, and I hope everybody be like, man, what's wrong with him? Why he
Right.
tripping? And I hope he let his gloves do
There
the
you go.
talking because he got it's redemption time for what he did because he fucked himself on that
Big
last
time.
one. When your outfit beat your ass,
It
you know
wasn't
you
his
fucked
outfit, man. He got outboxed. Look, Fury showed.
up. Okay, I get
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. You are. I'm sorry.
I think
Tank,
he's
you are
addressing the
absolutely
excuse
right.
I think he's addressing the excuses that were used. Because my thing is, I thought the same exact thing that Mr. Coppola said. First of all, you are absolutely right. He got outboxed, even though I do believe them gloves was fucked with. But at the same time, he got outboxed. But he needs to just come the fuck out in the wife beater. Because this motherfucker said that the fucking costume weighed 40 to 60 pounds and weighed his legs down.
Easy.
My dude, when you put it on and you started walking, you should have took the shit off. But I just hope I hope he take this serious. I think that he relied on that hand that one punch man shit so much that he disrespected Tyson Fury's skills. I think he relied on the fact that Mr. Fury got his own personal demons as far as, some substance abuse problems and things like that. And he underestimated the fact that this motherfucker was a boxer first. And once he stepped in that ring, he left all the shit on the outside. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, it was just basic fundamental. He showed up to a boxing match as
there you
a boxer.
Go.
You know what I mean? And same thing happened to Mr. Mike Tyson or whatever. He got so cocky with that one hitter quitter that he stopped training. You know what I mean? He forgot the fundamentals. Like, dude, you're in the boxing ring. You might have to box here and there. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be a first round, a second round. You know what I mean? You may have to go into deep waters.
Right on.
You know what I mean? And that's what happened. And I give it up to Tank for, pretty much correcting me and saying it wasn't a damn outfit. He got outboxed because I remember watching Tyson Fury pick his ass apart. I mean,
it was bad.
Not too many dudes that's damn near 7 foot tall could put together a 3-piece in a business.
Yeah.
Constantly. I mean, he was tagging them like, oh my God. I mean, it was like his corner man was like, hit him with the 2-3-6. You know what I mean? Like calling out shit, and he was hitting him with it, and dude couldn't even do nothing about it. He got stopped because he might have died in that ring because how hard Tyson was, putting together these damn combinations. I mean, he broke his ass down systematically, and I haven't seen anything like that in a heavyweight fight in a long time.
But it happened in the first fight too. Now in their first fight, he Tyson Fury coming off all the time away from the ring, substance abuse, all this stuff. He came back and he was still the better boxer in that fight, even though he lost. He was still the better boxer. And, I'm not saying Deontay Wilder is not like one of the top best that ever do it, but like, it didn't seem like his boxing skills increased between the first fight and the second fight. So you knew what you were up against. And then for something that, like, nobody reigns forever. So, you need to accept loss at some point in time, but you never hear the older champions start blaming it on bullshit.
There you go.
I mean,
the outfit.
Like,
I got you.
Just say, hey man, the better boxer showed up today.
There you go. You go.
But
and that's what Mike did when Buster got to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No excuses. It wasn't like, oh, I dropped the ball. Like, stories still coming out. Like him and Bobby Brown was over there in Japan or China somewhere when they had the fight or whatever. And they had like 17 or 11 chicks in the room the night before the fight, kicking it, It was like, man, that wasn't no excuse. It was like, man, he knew what time it was. Buster was the better fighter that night.
And here's the other thing. Irregardless of what I feel was going on with the gloves, I felt like homie should have never mentioned that shit. And he made this crazy ass video. Was like, your king will return. I felt like he had an egg weight in his glove because this here on the side of my head is in the shape of an egg weight. I'm like, bro, first of all, stop all that fucked up ass language.
Stop. The fight's over.
Right, the fight's over.
Fight's over.
You can, you know what I mean? You don't have to always be on. Wilder's problem is this, and I've seen it in an interview. He keeps saying, oh, they say I can't box. They say I can't box. But he said, for me, he said, I just got to be good for one punch. They got to be good for a whole fight. As Teddy Atlas calls it, he got the great eraser. But I'm like, bro, it ain't working for you. And it's not even the Fury fights. He should have learned that. It was was that Sanchez when he was getting beat up by homeboy, but then he ended up knocking him the fuck out.
Get him out.
You know what I'm saying? King Kong.
Yeah.
My thing is, bro, you gotta you better walk in there with something other than that great eraser this time, because we likely to see a repeat of what happened that last fight, man. It looked like it was just choreographed. He was hitting this motherfucker so perfectly.
Well, there's two things. I mean, like, I think he should have made a bigger issue of the way that glove. But there was something off about that motherfucker's gloves in that fight, and it, like, I've never seen that before. Like, there was something off about his gloves. Like, he slowed the video down, and you can see where, like, the glove is bending, like his
flopping.
fucking hand is
Yeah.
off.
Dude, the only time I've seen that, which was actually proven, was the Cotto Margarito.
There you go.
Margarito. And that motherfucker, they put a cast on.
Yep.
When the fight was over, you saw Miguel Cotto's face, dude.
Yeah. Plaster Paris.
Dude, it was crazy. And they suspended Margarito for that, because of him and his trainer for that afterwards. Because, like you said, you saw the glove was deformed. It was like bent all crazy afterwards. No kind of shape, but to this, whatever it was underneath the glove or whatever. It's like they put a damn, once they do the wrap or whatever, they put that paste on it.
No.
And it was like a damn
This
cast.
is what it is. They'll use the wraps, but what they do is they use plaster Paris wraps.
Yeah.
And it's when he starts sweat. So when he sweats, after a while, that shit start to harden.
It starts to get hardened. And he was hitting, and his face never looked like that. I mean, all this was just swelled over. And they were like, something, we got to get him to emergency right now. Something's not right. And that's when the refs grabbed dude's glove or whatever, and he squeezed it. And like his hand print was still in the damn glove. It was that bad. You get a chance, check that footage out, and dude got suspended for, I forget how many, for a little bit, but he came back and they fought again, and Miguel Cotto whooped his
That's
ass.
what I was about to say.
Whooped his
return
ass.
the favor.
It was like, dude, you damn near, you tried to fucking kill me. And that's what it is when you doing fucked up shit like that, man. I mean, come on, man. You could have killed this
and
man.
Cotto did it with his bare hands. Dude face, Margarito face was like this by the time he got done with him.
Yeah. Beat the brakes off of him. I love that fucking fight.
Yeah, I loved it too.
But yeah, man, it's crazy, man, how these cats try to, enhance their gloves and stuff like that, man. It's like, just go in the ring and do what you got to do, man. Just do what you got to do. You ain't got to do no stuff like that, because again, you could kill somebody.
See, a motherfucker ain't gonna tell me that it wasn't nothing wrong with Fury's gloves. When I was watching the fight, I didn't say nothing, but I sat there and I said, something don't look right about the way his shit is moving. And surely enough, motherfuckers were slowing it down. You can see where it wasn't tied too tight. Then the footage come out where another ref from a previous fight checked his gloves and found shit in there. And he's been caught cheating before. I just feel like with the shit Wilder talk, he already got enough against him. I think my man need to get some fundamentals and then catch that motherfucker, put him to sleep. Because motherfucker said, oh, he won the first fight. No, he didn't. You got to beat the champ convincingly. And you're not walking out of that ring with your hands up and you'd have been put on your ass twice. And it said that most people said that count was a little bit longer than what it was supposed to be. So
I even if it was a little bit longer, that motherfucker was blackout, knocked the fuck out.
There you go.
Like I mean,
there you go.
That motherfucker rose from the dead.
Night.
He was gone.
Yep.
And for somebody to take an ass whooping like that from the hardest puncher to get into the ring.
Yeah, and get back up. That's the shit that would scare me as a fighter. If I'm this stone cold knockout artist and I hit him with everything. I mean, I sat down on my punch. I brought that shit from Birmingham, all the way. And I hit him clean. And he popped back up. Yeah, I'm kind of like, dude, there's nothing else I got. I hit him with everything I had, and he got up.
In my opinion, he might be the only person that hits harder than Tyson.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be the only boxer that hit harder than Tyson.
Yeah.
When you see somebody get hit and you feel it at home, Now, mind you, when Mike was doing it, none of us had surround sound or any of that shit, but we felt it through
Yeah.
our little, Curtis Mathis, TVs or whatever, and it was just like, oh, he killed him, and like Tank said, man, Wilder is the only person that made me ever feel. Well, I'm sorry, I take that back. Him and Mr. Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
When he hit somebody, it's like the camera flash over this way and be like, oh shit, we missed it.
And he got it in both hands.
It was that
he
flash.
got it in both hands.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now, like the first time I saw Deontay Wilder fight was that first Tyson Fury fight. I never watched this dude fight before.
Right.
Okay.
Just the first couple rounds, I thought to myself, this guy is not a boxer.
He's a bruiser.
I mean,
he's a bruiser.
But I'm just saying, like, it didn't seem like he grew up in the gym. Like Mike Tyson, 11, 12 years old, he's at Custom Models, like one of the best trainers that ever lived. This dude picks up boxing just.
Dude, look at his record. I mean, his record by knockouts or whatever. That's not. You're not known for being a boxer with a knockout record.
And
like
that's what I'm saying. He hits harder than Tyson. You make it to the championship of the world just because how fucking hard you hit, not because you can dance. You can sling.
Right.
And
like,
look, man.
Think about it, man. It's like LeBron James put on gloves.
Yeah, there it is.
You know what I mean? Dude is like 6'6", 6'7", easy. You know what I mean? And he's chiseled.
There you go.
And he's bringing, you know what I mean? He's swinging like that dude in the hood.
There you go.
That's just, that Debo one-hitter quitter. That's his claim to fame. He's like, I ain't known, for being a boxer. I will knock you out, but I'm not going to sit here and box you all night. I'm looking for that one shot.
I ain't going to expect.
And he ended up catching these cats. And you know what? I think, Tank, you might be onto something about him hitting harder than Tyson, because I've seen Deontay Wilder punch through people's gloves and knock them out. You ever see somebody have their shit like
Only
this?
Foreman.
And he split them.
Only George Foreman.
Yeah. And he split them.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this too. Spence got power when you see him beating on these motherfuckers' body. Yeah. And Tank Davis.
Yeah, that's boxing.
Yes, that's boxing.
And Tank Davis is a little light-skinned Mike Tyson.
That last motherfucking
fight. My God. It got ugly quick.
And he uppercut. That motherfucker's life left he was up.
It was like Ring King.
Oh, man. And it was like, he did a good
like
job.
Ring
No,
King.
the fuck he didn't.
He didn't.
No, he didn't. And I hope he do it again with this Barrios fight. I hope he does it again.
He is nasty.
Yes, sir.
I mean, like, because he could go either way, man. Tank can box. Tank can knock you out. He got the footwork. Hey, man, he's damn near the future of boxing, man. If he could just stay focused and stop fucking with the fuckery outside of the ring, he'll be fine.
I'm hoping it's coming because his All Access, I just watched the first one. I don't know if they're going to have any more, but I just watched it, and that's what they kept saying. They like, this dude is quite possible. I don't want to see this motherfucker go the way of Adrian Broner, another person.
Please. And that's his big homie. You know what I mean? That's his big homie. That's his camp. And it's like, please, dude, AB go that way, you go that way. You know what I mean? Come training camp, man. Just keep your head in the game. Enough with the fuckery, man. You making too much money now, and you got all the time.
There you go.
Please stay focused, man. You got a bright future. Just keep maintaining, man. Just do your thing in that ring.
So he could be that dude.
Yeah, I'm glad you watched that last fight. Ted, you get a chance, please look up his last fight and watch this young man's
die.
His work.
This motherfucker died for 30 seconds. Cuddy, Mr. Coppola, man, he hit. It was perfectly. It was the time. It was so beautiful.
It was.
Let me tell you something. He picked up on his catch timing, the way this dude was throwing it, and when Money threw it, he just sidestepped it. Motherfucker said, and died. I said, "Oh my God, they got to perform a resurrection." This motherfucker died, man. Like he ain't getting
Yeah, so I'm
he ain't
look,
getting no pussy
I'm
after
looking
that
forward
fight.
to his
I'm
fight.
telling you.
I'm looking forward to that fight, man.
He went home with a
Nah,
meal.
man, he was
Huh?
he went home with his money, but he was under
There
supervision.
you go. On the
You
couch.
know, they made sure make sure he don't go to
Right.
sleep. You know,
Cut some
They keep shaking his ass. Don't let him go to sleep for at least
got some
24 hours.
Tejano music on and let that motherfucker just dance, man. Cause he oh my God, that motherfucker he was pretty much motherfucking Hershey's Kiss in a motherfucker's hand on 102 degree day weather, man. He just melted.
So, what you think of this Pacquiao Earl?
When is that?
Shit, that up. It's on the books.
Look, I'm gonna say this, man. The Arrow is my guy.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker Pacquiao ain't lost a step.
No,
He ain't lost a step. I go to get into the ring and I fight him and make him look bad. It be whooping
August
and
21st.
be whooping motherfuckers' asses. So we gonna see, man, because Spence can take it as good as he give it, but Pac got some speed and some fucking power to him.
He got power, he got speed, but the only thing against him is his
That's
age.
it.
That might be experience.
Is his age.
I mean,
He might be able to pull it through or whatever, but Earl, he ain't no lightweight, man.
No.
Like I said, man, Earl is a force to be reckoned with. You know, he's nice. And like I said, I don't know what happened. I think when Pacquiao stopped with the drinking and smoking and, fornicating and all that bullshit, man, he didn't got rededicated and refocused. And it's a new Pac-Man. And it's like, God dang, this dude got, shit. He still got some left
He
in the
whipped
tank.
Adrian Broner's ass. We just shouted that out like a kid. He whooped Adrian Broner's ass. I was watching the highlights of that shit last night. Like, oh my G.
Yeah.
Oh, because you couldn't be serious. Like you up there with the shoulder roll shit and be getting rolled.
Catching. I like that's the whole point of you doing that, not to get caught.
Right.
And you kept getting caught.
Right. He do this shit. He be like doing this, and they be tagging his ass. He be like, I'm like, they whooping your ass. What are you shaking your head for, motherfucker?
hey, man, if that's been your style your whole career, man, it's not
What,
much you
getting
can
your
do
ass
after
whooped
that.
is a style?
No. The fucking shoulder roll. Like
The
if
shoulder
that's how
roll.
you've been boxing for fucking 10 years, 20 years, you ain't gonna switch that shit up in the
can't
night
stop.
and think that you're gonna win.
But has he been doing
And
it?
that's what kills me when these cats switch
Right.
trainers.
Yeah.
It was like, dude, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? When you do that, what are you
He
thinking?
wasn't doing that.
It's already baked
Yeah, he
in.
wasn't doing that before he was around Floyd. Floyd and James Toney utilized that shit better than anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even
It's not just that, it's the damn
Right.
patience. You get these cats who get caught up in the crowd booing or whatever because they want the action to pick up.
right.
Floyd was like, shit, I'm trying to go home and fuck on something. I'm trying to look pretty. I ain't trying to have nobody. I'm trying to make sure my cut man don't pull out nothing.
I'm gonna go get this McDonald's.
You know
what I'm saying?
Pretty much, yeah.
The easiest job.
You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be pretty, but I'm gonna pull off this bank
Right.
heist, and y'all gonna
Right.
love it. You know,
Dude gonna show up with the Q-tips with all the dust on him. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, we don't need
Right.
those. What you doing?
Man.
We don't need those. But yeah, that was the whole point of that. But you got these young guns get up in there and try to imitate them, and end up, taking L's.
Right.
Like there's only one Floyd. So do you, man? Do
Right.
your thing. You can't nobody take his Floyd's spot.
No.
But AB was supposed to be but then he got caught up, man. He can't let that street shit go.
I think this is what I think it is. I think they want to be that dude. I think they say they want to be Floyd until they see firsthand what Floyd does. They see him hanging out a little bit over at his club, gambling a little bit. But then when they see this motherfucker's getting up at 3 a.m. running 10 miles. After the 10 miles, he make everybody open up the gym so he can go in there every day.
Yeah.
And when you listen to him talk, he brilliant. Hey, man, why you always run at night? Other fighters, he said, because we always fight at night. What sense do that make? Well,
Facts.
you don't never you work out all year round. Like, what's up with that? He was like, so I maintain a certain weight. These fighters lose energy always cutting weight and changing up their diets. I'm the same all year round. Brilliant motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's basic shit. If you a fighter, you know what I mean. You stay.
Everybody
ready.
want to make rap videos.
You don't know when you want to when you get that call, you better
there
be
you
ready.
go.
You know, and he's still one of those dudes. Like, dude, he's making again. We talked about this last week. He's making more money now. You know what I mean? That's not even going against his record.
Right.
These are promo tours.
Right.
It's amazing, man. Like I said, I'm looking forward to this boxing season this year, man. It should be some pretty good fights.
I'm a fan of the Charlos. I want to see what happened with this Montiel fight. You know, them boys can go.
Both of them. Hey, did y'all see that shit in Maryland? That dude got tasered on the boardwalk or whatever. What was it at? Yeah, Maryland police officer taser black teen for vaping.
Nah.
I guess he didn't comply. Taser. It's fucking vaping. I didn't know. They said it's against the law on the boardwalk or whatever.
But did it warrant a fucking taser?
On Maryland's boardwalk, Brian Anderson, 19, was zapped with the device in Ocean City, Maryland on Saturday. Despite his apparent cooperation with the 5 white officers surrounding him. It was filmed tumbling to the ground moments later. Yeah, man. You know, bystanders were sitting there. It was like, dude, he didn't even do nothing. I didn't know vaping was a crime. In Maryland, I guess it is. And you get fucking tasered. I guess we should be lucky that they didn't fucking shoot him.
You know what?
Fuck, man.
My thing is, man, and again, man, I have nothing at all against police officers. I have everything against dirty cops, bad cops. My problem is, what happened to try and talk to the kid? I mean, we don't know what happened. Maybe he did give him a couple warnings. But, you know, hey man, like, hey, could you stop that, man? You know it's illegal over here. Hey, but the fucking taser,
but
man.
But even if he don't comply,
right? No, of course.
You know what I mean? That's my whole deal. Even if he doesn't comply, why do we have to get excessive?
That's what I'm saying.
It's depending on where you are, man. This shit might not be considered excessive by the police department, because you hear a lot of police officers talk about the safety surrounding tasers. That 500,000 volts can't be deadly, and now, granted, it has to do where the probes land, blah blah blah. But they cause cardiac arrest. But then again, lactic acidosis, where you make every muscle in your body clench, then you're burning all the sugar, creates a anaerobic biological response. It releases a bunch of acid into your body, which could cause lactic acidosis. I mean, that could be lethal. But you hear time and time again police departments backing the safety of a taser, considering it like the best thing to do besides, throw hands on somebody. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous.
Wow. Okay. I get you're trying to give their logic behind hitting somebody with a taser. Like you said, they don't know that person's medical background. He could have fucking heart murmur.
Right.
Lactic acidosis, you don't need a background.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, just think about how many times they fried Rodney King. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. It was pretty much, thank God he was high.
We had to change the batteries on our shit,
right. You got some double A's, motherfucker. Look,
No,
that's fucked
charge this,
up.
hook this up to the damn car battery.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because this motherfucker ain't going down.
But
you know,
that's
but
that's
yeah,
where I was going, man. Why does it have to be excessive? Why does it have to be an altercation? And it could be the littlest thing. Fucking vaping?
That's some bullshit.
an old boy with the truck who told us that who told the cops that he ain't putting his shit down. Tell them to put their shit down.
Man.
Yeah, they let him drive off. No
Blue
taser,
on blue.
no pepper spray. Yeah,
Come on, man.
but this kid vaping,
and
he get
Mhm.
dropped. You know what I mean? Down there, pissed shit himself or whatever. He get
Yeah.
dropped.
But
for
But
smoke.
you can't even complain about it because the officer was acting within department regulations. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, because a taser is not as lethal, or it's a safe alternative to any other action. Fucking bullshit.
and that's how they
get away with that bullshit.
They lullaby us to
Right.
sleep.
Oh, well, listen to
Saying,
regulations.
and it was and it was on me by saying, well, at least they didn't shoot him. That's not an excuse.
I don't think these motherfuckers
what I
even
mean?
stop to think themselves like, hey, man, could the regulations be a little bit out of touch?
Fuck
Yeah.
no. They thrive on
Right.
that shit. They got these toys and they want to use
Right.
them. You know what I mean? They ain't got them just to look at and polish and make sure that they charged up. These motherfuckers want to use them.
Right.
They're like,
Double A's?
shit, I want to dump this damn clip,
Right.
man. I had this clip for 4 months, man, and I've been
I ain't
itching.
shot shit, but a target.
Pretty
A
much,
black
man.
target. I want to shoot something real black. That's fucked up. I shouldn't have said that.
Facts.
So that you know.
Indeed.
No, man.
Indeed, man.
I hate that happened to that young man because, like you said, that's all they're gonna say. And again, what was it? Who was it? Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor had the joke. It's okay to break a nigger. Up says right here in the manual. It's okay to break a nigger. Keep going. So
yeah, man. Saw another. To switch gears a little bit. Fury as teachers label unvaccinated students with black markers at prom. And during prom, they had the DJ tell them to, pretty much put your hands in the air so folks could see exactly where the fuck they were on the dance floor periodically throughout the prom, man.
Kind of shit is that?
Come on, man. If you got to do all that, you shouldn't have fucking had prom.
right. So
And you marking motherfuckers, man.
So these kids,
black
right.
marker, red marker.
So these kids
All in the
senior
same
year
building at a dance. You gonna shame somebody for
fucking
not
prom,
being
man.
vaccinated.
back shaming.
Yeah.
And these kids are college prepped, right?
Give me a
Right.
hand.
So these kids senior years have all been fucking destroyed. Athletes, all of that. And
It's in fucking New
you
Hampshire.
just gonna take their
man.
goddamn. I don't understand some of the adults, man, and where some of this shit come from, man.
It comes from privilege.
Right.
It comes from fear. You know what I mean? Propaganda. People everybody's been sitting at home, man.
Right.
You go on, you fall in, you get on the YouTube, you go down a rabbit hole of whatever you need to feed your fucking, your psyche
Right.
at the time. You want to hate this group of
There you
people,
go.
you go to this site. You want to hate that, you go to that site or whatever. And it's 24/7 nonstop. It's just a matter of how hard you want to go.
Right. Right.
And that's what it is. I can't get mad at, the Trump supporters or whatever, because they have a constant drip of that shit. You know what I mean? They're getting spoon fed 24/7. They eat that shit up.
You don't find it strange at all that every media outlet is pumping vaccine shit? I mean, like even in the things that black people watch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is awfully strange to see most of these figureheads of popular news tell you to go get vaccinated.
You got
Everybody.
black
Like, watch,
entertainers
I'm
out there
Yeah.
doing that
I
shit.
mean,
yeah, I'm showing mine. You know, I'm going for my
Yeah.
second shot today.
Yeah.
You got John
Ohio.
John
all of
Legend.
them.
Ohio
Get
had a
vaccinated.
Yeah.
Like, man, shut
Yeah.
the fuck up, man.
You
Yeah.
got states giving away money to get vaccinated.
Yep.
And
Vaccine lottery.
it's strange.
It is. No,
Is it strange or is it America? Is it
there you go.
strange? Because we stay on that fuck shit. You know, everybody's looking at us like, dude, you know, this shit ain't over. You know, over in Europe, they still in fucking lockdown.
Yeah.
But yeah, we over here like, yeah, we're back, baby. We're back.
No, the fuck, not in this
Come on,
household.
man.
We still wearing masks. Look, I ain't fucking around with them. I was out today with them.
Dude,
Look, man, I'm gonna say this. This seemed like I'm getting off, but I'm not. There was a movie called Funny Games, and then Judge Dredd was based on a comic book about this. It was like everything was big in Mega City. It was chock full of crime and all this other shit, and all of this other weird shit. And the guy who wrote the comic and illustrated it, this shit was a English man wrote the comic, but he based it in America because he felt like America, everything was big and over, just weird and Funny Games was about two motherfucking white kids. They kept calling each other by different names. They go to this family's house, they torture them and kill them. And the guy who made that movie remade it like 5 years after the original, but he made an Americanized version because he felt like this was something that could really happen in America. So to get back to the point, right, there you have it.
Mm-hmm.
This is America. I don't think motherfuckers understand the way, like we got motherfuckers saying that there are 78, 79, however many, this is me exaggerating, different sex. It's not just man and a woman. You got motherfuckers claiming to be a refrigerator right now. And the rest of the world is looking like, what in the fuck are they doing over there? What kind of fucking experiment are they doing?
If you could go from Obama to Trump,
man, come on,
you got that right. You know, they're spinning people's heads, and that's why you got Mr. Joe Biden over there doing damage control.
This motherfucker.
That ain't a G7 convention. That's damage control. You over there like, look, man, we back, we good. They was like, dude, you got 4 years,
right?
And it could go right back to that old fuckery. You know what I mean? At the drop of a dime. So, your word ain't bond. Sorry, bro, your word ain't bond. That's why they all like, Joe, I'm sorry, man. We fuck with you, but we don't fuck with you.
Let me say this.
You know what I mean?
Let me say this to add to what you're saying. It's not so much Trump himself. This motherfucker, it's like a cult. These motherfuckers, the way they follow this dude, the way they talk about him, it was like that show with Kevin Bacon, where he was going after the cult leader. Just because we ain't gonna have him in there doesn't mean. And again, I don't think that everything Trump did was wrong. I have no problem saying it. But what I am gonna say is, for what he did do wrong and a lot of his ideologies, it's a lot of motherfuckers running around like that. You got that crazy bitch up there right now that had to apologize. The blonde-haired motherfucker who was at AOC's door.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is her name, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
You got motherfuckers like that.
Well, hold on. You got to see who she apologized to. You know, it's come on, man. It's the agenda. So all the crazy shit that this bitch has said over the past 2 years. Think about that. Now, all the crazy shit that this bitch has said over the past year or whatever it's been. The only 2 times she gets called out, Jewish space lasers and comparing shit to Nazis. So both times she's come out and had to apologize behind some Jewish shit. She's apologizing to Jewish people. So, like, this bitch don't mean none of it. She don't mean none of it. But there are certain people in this world that you have to apologize to. Yeah.
And yep.
So
and that's what it is.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's what that was, man.
That's what it is. Real quick, I was paying attention to the fact that I never knew this shit. Nobody has yet to break FloJo's record.
For real?
No one has broken it. To this day, she sets the record. I think it's, what is it, the 100 and all that shit? I think they said Sha'Carri Richardson, this young lady, she always wear her hair different colors. I think they said that, and I ain't even know that the weather depended on the shit and all the wind and all of that. They was talking about the wind. I thought these motherfuckers was just running. They said that she could possibly beat her record, break her record.
All records are meant to be broken.
Yeah.
Man. It's a matter of
But
time.
I'm like, damn.
I'm just glad, she don't, nothing get funky with the testing. You know what I mean? You got this old girl just tested positive.
Yeah, I saw that.
For some shit or whatever. So I hope everything comes out clean and she did it,
Yeah.
on the up.
What's she test positive for?
Man, all kind of shit that's on the list. And half the time, they taking stuff and then all of a sudden while they're on this treatment is put on the ban list. And they get jammed up. But I don't know what exactly because I don't follow her like that, but I just saw that I guess she got stripped of her shit.
Man, I remember when it came out that Marion Jones was on the shit, and it was her husband who told the shit.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn. They took all her shit.
Man. Well, they were using that experimental testosterone from Balco, right?
Yep, the Balco, that was it. I think
they had a lot of people tied up in that shit. Remember the guy with the biggest arms in the world, Jose Canseco, Barry Bonds, all those motherfuckers. Yeah, man, that was a huge deal.
Yep, like I said, it wasn't just in that; it was all the athletes.
Yep,
and they were saying that cats would, I remember Mike was saying he was pissing dirty and all this other stuff. How they were beating the system. He had a fake dick or whatever filled with kids fucking piss in it or whatever. So because they would sit there and look over your shoulder while you whip it out. And he said he had a fake dick.
Yeah, the Wizinator. Yeah.
That's real.
A lot of cats.
Oh yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Hell no.
The other thing is when you look at Olympians, this is one of the ways they get around banned substances. So you look at the number of Olympians that have asthma. When you have asthma, you can take bronchial dilators, corticosteroids, and these, you can take epinephrine. Epinephrine's approved for treatment of asthma, and then you can have what's that other one? Albuterol. So you can dilate your lungs, run harder than everyone else on the track. Legal doping. But just Google how many Olympians are actually asthmatics.
Asthmatic. Got you. That's crazy because that's slick because you have to take it. You know what I mean?
Who's my dude that did the Tour de France?
Mr. One Testicle.
Lance
Armstrong. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they stripped everything. They're like, motherfucker, you was dirty out the gate. We taking all your shit.
We burning your Wheaties box, motherfucker.
That was bad, man. That was bad. That was a bad look. That was real bad. Like, dude, you beat cancer, all this shit, and here you go doing this bullshit.
Why come out though?
Man, that's why
I think it was one of those, man, somebody was in his ear, man. Like, look, if you don't, you know what I mean, you better get in front of this. You know what I mean? Or
he told everything to Oprah. I said, what the fuck? Somebody holding a gun in his head? I wouldn't have told that bitch nothing.
There was that other cyclist that was making news rounds or writing a book or something about doping. But at that point in his career, he was already done fucking cycling. You know what I mean? Like he had already broke every goddamn record that there is. He was done taking drug tests. So why at that point would you come out and say, "Hey, man, I did the shit"? You know, if they didn't catch me pissing dirty all these years, why come out
Right.
and say
Right.
anything? You know,
It-
why
it would
not
have been
just tell
conjecture.
him? Yeah,
It wasn't a guilty conscience, man. They had to do something. It had to have something to do with
Ray
money.
Donovan
It
paid
had-
that motherfucker a visit.
yeah. I mean, but what?
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of leverage
Ray
you got
whooped
over a
that
guy
ass.
like that. You know,
For him,
Something-
listen, for
something,
him
man.
to tell all that shit, like you said, his career was over. With me, that motherfucking shit would have been conjecture. Motherfuckers would have thought all they wanted. They could even be like, yeah, but they wouldn't have had me saying it. When I
Right.
saw him, I'm like, he even looked like, damn, I got to tell all this shit. And
Yeah, and like somebody, like you said, Ray Donovan paid his ass a visit. You know, I'd have went out like fucking Barry Bonds. So what the head? You know, my head the same size as that. So, man, I ain't on no steroids. Nope. Nope. Y'all see the before and after pictures of Barry Bonds. Come on, man.
who was that other guy?
That didn't make no damn sense. Like, dude, who you trying to fool? Come on,
Hey,
man. Look at your
Mark
head.
McGuire this first year in baseball.
Mark McGuire,
Facts.
yeah.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
Yeah, look like Hulk Hogan up there in pinstripes.
Man,
know.
what was my dude in wrestling? Rick Steiner.
Oh,
This
Big
dude-
Papa Pump.
Big Papa Pump had to get a tattoo dead center of his chest because he was using that shit. And what happened was, it looked like his pecs, whereas they were full, it looked like an omega symbol in the middle, and it had something to do with juicing to where it destroyed the
Damn.
muscles in his chest. So he got this tattoo that covered it, this Conor McGregor style tattoo. He was on that shit heavy. And they said he was a motherfucker, boy. Like that.
Yeah, man. I don't think it's worth
No.
it, man. I don't think it.
No,
shit's
hell
worth
no.
That old treatment because you can't stop.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't stop, and the damage is permanent.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you see these cats, they damn near double their size, and all of a sudden, once they out of the limelight, man, they shrink like the old school, the Hulk series, the one that was on TV or whatever.
Right.
And the motherfucker wake up, you know, and he got these damn, you know, tethered, you know, shorts or pants on or whatever and shirt. Like, mother, are you kidding me? Really?
Right.
You know what I mean? You done went from Lou Ferrigno to this little motherfucker. You know,
Lex Luger, little than a motherfucker now.
it's
You got to
sickening.
think about the calories
all these
that you
cats,
have to
man.
consume, along with all the maintenance exercises and everything. I mean, you know, if you're not consuming those calories, your body's not going to maintain those ridiculous muscles. You know, so
All those cats look
Yeah.
nasty now.
Yep.
Schwarzenegger, Stallone.
Oh.
All those cats look fucking nasty
Yeah.
now. Mickey Rourke. You know, all those cats.
Oh, this cat,
man, they just
Mickey
look-
walking around
they
with
look
a
bad.
lace front on.
I mean, but shit, you entering your 40s, man, your skin don't operate the same.
yeah,
you know,
it don't pop.
yeah, them motherfuckers in there.
You know what I mean? It don't pop
That
like
motherfucker's
that.
like 102 years old. You know, still making action movies.
Alone in
trying
his
to wear-
70s.
Yeah, I mean, these are guys that we
Yeah.
really shouldn't be seeing without their fucking shirts on. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Yeah, so like,
But yet they still got these blockbuster
hey,
movies
man,
coming out.
They're
Dig
still
it,
the
dig
baddest
it.
motherfuckers on the planet. They're still all special forces. Like they
Facts.
keep them niggas
Right.
into the 80s.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're 80 years old? Here's still special forces.
Come
Come
on.
on. Yeah,
We're
come
gonna
on.
hire this 70-year-old motherfucker to take down this regime. Look.
Mm.
Look, what I thought when we talk about the age shit, and I'm a fan of his. This I forget how many years ago. Maybe this was 2010 when this movie came out with Pacino and De Niro. It wasn't a great movie,
Yeah, I know. What
but
you mean.
they wanted to capitalize off of the heat.
Mhm.
You know, they're pairing in heat.
Yeah.
And let me just say this, man. I'm a fan of both of theirs. But these motherfuckers was old then. And they they had Al Pacino on a motorcycle. He was on this big ass hog. And they had him with a young bitch. He was like 20 something. And he had, like you said, this skin and shit hanging. and he on this motorcycle trying to look cool, and it looked like if he tried to put that shit upright, he'd fall. You know, these guys are wonderful actors. I'm sure that they could do a great job as old guys. Christopher Walken did a movie. Matter of fact, he did it with Al Pacino, where they was these old ass gangsters. They weren't trying to be cool, but it was just kind of like this little last ride thing with him. And one of them he thought snitched, and you guys got it's just a good movie, pretty good movie. Low, not low budget, but straight DVD. But
That's like what you call it, man? Liam
Oh.
Nielsen or whatever. He said when they interviewed him on 60 Minutes, he was like, "Man, I'm damn near 70 years old. They keep casting me. They keep giving me a paycheck for these damn movies." He was like, "I'm gonna keep taking them." He was like, "Don't nobody want to see me." He's like, "I'm too old for this, but they keep casting me." And that's what he was like, "Dude, how am I gonna turn down this money at this age?
Yeah.
You know, my wife died. I got my son or whatever." He was just like, "Shit." It's like, I don't want to, be making these phone calls saying I got a special set of skills. And,
Right.
He's like, he was like, to him, he put it out there like, man, this shit don't even sound right.
And after
me threatening somebody at this age.
And after a friend of his said that she was violated, he was trying to find the only motherfucking black person in Ireland to beat up. I'm like,
Yeah,
see,
that was real fucked up.
See
a black motherfucker in Ireland?
Yeah.
Pretty much. You
Come
That's
on,
that
man.
Kidney Chesney concert. The dude was like, "I'll whoop any black motherfucker."
I whoop anybody in
Kenny
here. It was like,
Truth be told, wasn't St. Patrick Black Irish?
Did you talk about St. Patrick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
One of them motherfuckers was black.
Yeah. So I'm sure they got some Negroes running around that motherfucker with some red hair.
we everywhere
Right.
like air, but
Yeah.
still, it's the principle.
Tyrone
You know what I'm saying?
McCleary.
You saying that, man?
Hey, but what's
Hey.
worse than Liam
I
Neeson?
mean me Jordans. Go ahead.
Oh my God, this fool!
What's worse than Liam Neeson being the biggest action hero that you would be scared of is, did you see that movie Nobody with Bob Odenkirk?
No.
I'm gonna watch that shit since you keep talking about it, man.
God, I
what's up?
Go
all
ahead.
right,
Go ahead.
Look, I'm gonna fuck this movie up for both of y'all.
Go ahead.
They got Doc McBrown to be an action hero in this movie.
Back to the Future.
Man, they got Lloyd, Christopher
I'm
Lloyd.
watching this shit tonight.
They got Christopher Lloyd load up motherfucking shotguns and start taking niggas out in Nobody.
But dude, how different is that from Red with Bruce Willis, Helen Mirren?
Oh man, that was
It was
bad.
hard enough to think of Bob
That was
Odenkirk
bad.
as a serious action hero. Okay. All right. Like, you got Better Call Saul as an action hero. Okay. I look past that. I
Oh,
look
come
past that.
on,
Yeah.
man.
And he was very good up until like about halfway through the movie. And then it just became like not really an action movie, but just a comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
For real, like shoot 'em up.
Okay.
The Big Hit with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh man, that motherfucking
it
movie.
was pretty cheesy, but
Okay.
entertaining. It became like a good action movie. Like, nobody went from being a good action movie to being entertaining. As soon as they put Christopher Lloyd in there,
Damn.
doing some Unforgiven shit. So, it's there's a certain age limit that you can go with these action heroes, and I think Christopher Lloyd is that limit.
Got it.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking bad.
Retire that role.
Man, I love him, man. It was entertaining.
But
Because it's him is the only reason why I wasn't pissed off.
the motherfucker was old when he was Doc Brown.
Yeah, man.
White hair.
Some of these motherfuckers been old for a long. Like Morgan Freeman was in Red,
Yes.
and he only got one
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah. There's
on,
parts
man.
of Morgan Freeman that are dying.
Parts of Morgan Freeman already going through rigor mortis. Yesterday I couldn't feel my left foot. Today it's nothing but a stump.
That is fucking blasphemy. That is cold, man. That is fucking cold.
Say it again, Tank, and I'll
We
smack you with this
we
hand.
do not know that to be true.
Just look at that plastic hand. And motherfucker's the fugitive.
Oh my god, that is so
He
funny.
looked like he about to go.
But you right. He wasn't never young.
Nope.
Ever.
Ever.
I saw a movie with him and was it Christopher Reeve?
Street smart.
Yeah.
He was fast black. He slapped the shit out of that white woman. It was
was the best. It was the best ever. Like
he slapped the shit out of it. It was real. I think that shit was real. Because her eyes rolled the back of her motherfucking head.
If they don't give him a lifetime award for that right there.
And she said, "Oh, come on, slap." Backhand.
Shut up, bitch.
She was like, I said, this shit is real.
Bitch Tyson Fury.
This shit is real. Right. I don't know if they said, if she said really smack me, but he went across her shit.
I think he was just used to smacking motherfuckers.
Right.
Yeah, and that was before he had the dead hand.
There you go. That's that hand.
Man. Yeah, that's that hand of death.
That's that hand he smacked that white woman with. They came back years later and got him for it.
Hey man, I would like to switch gears for a week.
Let's get it, my brother.
One last thing, since y'all fucking around with fucking Morgan and his damn dead hand. Fuck. What do y'all think about this whole fight from these parents now about teachers teaching CRT?
Oh, the critical race theory?
Yeah.
Let me hear what y'all think. I'll go last.
Tank, you want to lead in, brother?
Nothing that you get for free in this country is worth a damn, including education.
Okay. I'm just saying that's one aspect. Considering if you're gonna teach, why wouldn't you want them to learn more?
Just think, like, they're excluding the shit that they were telling people 20 years ago, and which was excluding the fucking truth. So, fuck these people. Fuck the whole argument. They're not going to teach your kids the truth.
So nothing?
It's just,
they
just changed the
at
version
least
of the truth, and we're arguing about their change of the version of the truth.
To the point where certain teachers are scared to even bring this up because they may lose their job. Because kids may, I don't know, want to talk about the Black Lives Matter movement, what's going on, and how it relates to what the teacher's lesson plan is to the so-called history or whatever. It's like, I don't want anybody to whitewash history, even though they did it to us, and then for them to actually hone in on just race. We never learned about race at all. And for them to bring it up, I'm kind of like, well, shit.
So what's the theory behind it? Are they trying to
let them pretty much know that, slavery was real?
Look,
you know what I mean? It's part of American history,
This is my problem. There's a bigger stink being made out of this critical race theory than there is these teachers dressing the kids up as slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Then these teachers saying all kinds of outlandish shit like Joe Floyd didn't die from the knee on his neck. Yeah,
but there's some that's just trying to bring the conversation up to date on what's really going on. Like, you can't not at this point in this era ever debate, or try to deny slavery,
right,
or oppression, or white privilege. You have to be able to discuss.
But see, this is the thing. If you look, what's her name? Megyn Kelly was on the Bill Maher show. Some of it I got, but then some of it I didn't. I didn't get. I don't like Megyn Kelly anyway because this bitch went on a rant about how Santa Claus was really white. And my thing about it is, our kids, for how many years, didn't see themselves in any positive light in these fucking textbooks.
Mm-hmm.
For how many years when we were taught about ourselves, we just learned that our history started with slavery. And they threw us a couple bones, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and shit like that. There's things going on in today's society where I feel like you need that. Everything has been whitewashed, man. Every fucking thing has been whitewashed. Let me tell you something, man. You got motherfuckers that didn't want a black motherfucker in the new Star Wars. Now we got all kind of aliens, but it was blasphemy to have a black motherfucking
in the future,
stormtrooper
in the past.
He's covered in all white.
Right.
What? Come on.
Right. So if this critical race theory is a thing to try to bring awareness and bring sensitivity to our people's plight, I'm all fucking for it, because you got other groups, man, that's changing the textbooks so that it can say my two daddies.
But the biggest pushback is that there's a lot of white parents that are pushing back, saying that you're trying to make my child feel guilty for, like, no, we just want them to know what happened. They could let them decide.
Mr. Coppola,
open up the conversation. That's all. We're not trying to make no, fifth grader, sixth grader feel guilty. We just want to let them know what had happened in their country.
Mr. Coppola, Coppola, what in the fuck would a child have to feel guilty about? It's the fucking parent. It's the motherfucking parent at the house. Like, damn, they cut me off at the head before I can put what I want to put in their motherfucking head. Before I could teach them that to stay away from them niggas and them black motherfuckers over there. Well, I'm gonna put this in. They putting it in their head that, hey, look what people that look like you has done to them. Look at how a lot of y'all get ahead. You understand what I'm saying? Because I feel like I feel like they need to put what's homegirl from Full House, that was paying for her kids to go to school, Lori Loughlin.
Oh,
I feel like they need to put that in there as an example of white privilege. I feel like they need to put what we talked about last week, Mississippi. How if you got a black valedictorian, salutatorian, they must have a white one up there, because some rich family is pissed off that their kid is not standing up there giving a fucking speech. You do need this. Nobody give a fuck about them white parents. They didn't push back when motherfucker, like I said, they ain't push back against my two dads. They talk that shit, but it ain't been this much pushback as this.
I just wanted you guys' opinion on that. I was just, it was just the parents, and I think you hit it right on the head. It's like they got stopped,
right?
You know what I mean? They don't want nobody else, telling their kids about, what actually really the real get down. Or whatever. It's like, well, they're not. That agenda wasn't to make your kids feel
there
guilty.
was.
They just want to let you know what the whole playbook was. Not half the playbook, the whole playbook.
Right on.
This whole experience called America.
Right. That
and they freaking out. It was just like, so you don't want your kids to know the truth on how it really went down? Is use the Google machine. It's right there.
Let me tell you this. I'm not shocked in this day and age when you got certain members of Congress that sat there and voted against an anti-lynching bill. It don't shock me. Megyn Kelly's reaction when she was talking about this shit, she tried to soft shoe around it. But then when she got, why does my kid have to learn about this? Why does my kid have to learn about that? Your kid needs to learn about it because possibly he might grow up and be one of these motherfuckers that's like you, that's arguing that Santa Claus is white and putting out propaganda against black folks, which she fucking did for years. And she want to be able to put that same shit into her kids' head. But guess what? The school got your kids for longer during the day than you do. They got them for more time during the day than you do.
Now that we're back and you want all these kids back in the classroom, now you up in arms about the new curriculum.
Right.
Come on, man. Just stop.
Right. We know what it is.
And let the teachers teach. I'd rather them talk about that than them just teach them the test, the standardized test.
I'd rather them talk about that than trying to fuck them.
They still trying to fuck them.
Right. Listen, think about this.
That is the craziest
Think
phenomenon
about this.
with me, man.
There's more of
That is
there's
crazy.
more of a pushback against critical race theory than there is against teachers fucking these students.
That's sad. Welcome to America. Welcome to America.
Think about it.
Damn.
Funny games.
Damn.
Think about it.
Damn. And again, game blouse.
Right. Pancakes, bitches.
Fuck.
You can fuck them, just
That
don't
is some
like it.
shit.
I'd rather you fuck my kid than to teach him that black motherfucker is equal. That's probably how somebody think. Here, just bend them over.
That's what it
Bend
is.
them over. Bend Todd over. Fuck out of here, nigga.
Wow.
Fuck out of here.
Damn. Ob done sealed that one. Okay, I'm glad I brought that up. And Ob had, he didn't checked all the boxes on that.
I'm glad you brought that up too,
Fuck.
Mr. Coppola, because
It was just one of those things, man, that just, they're flipping out.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I mean, like, really tripping. Like, you know, who told you? Like, you sent them to me. It's my
Right.
job to educate them. This is what's going on in the world.
right.
You know, we can't, everybody's not privileged enough to live in a bubble.
There you go,
You
man.
know, some of us got to deal with the fucking real shit.
And like you said, bubble again. We go back to Mississippi. The reason why they had a white valedictorian and salutatorian, because some motherfuckers that lived in a bubble went complaining to the school. We're gonna take you down, and if you don't put somebody white, at least put somebody white up there, my son. You better do the motherfucking math, however you want to do it. That's why critical race theory needs to be taught. That's exactly the fuck why it needs to be taught. Look, man, our kids need something, man. Our kids need something. They definitely deserve better, but they gotta have something, because it's 2021 and our kids are still expected to assimilate into a system that don't give a fuck about them and let them know every day. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, it needs to start at home, and it need to be reinforced in the
Yes,
schools.
sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Now, like I said, the teachers, they damn sure don't get paid what they supposed to get paid, and now they trying to, you know, somewhat give the youth some type of understanding of what's really going on. You know what I mean? Because you can't shelter them from what's, you know, especially now, you know, we got this 24/7 news,
Right.
this news cycle, man. I mean, all they got to do is just pull out, and every kid has a phone.
There you go.
You know what I mean? You know, TMZ app, boom, 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 24/7. Somebody doing this. You know, they're the first to get all the bullshit.
And Mr. Coppola, that's the other problem. There was a time when if a police officer killed a black motherfucker, wasn't no tape. They could just tell their kid whatever they wanted when it hit the news. If they told their kid anything at all, what kids was reading the news or paying attention to it back then?
So I'm saying that 24/7
Right.
constant feed of news,
Right.
and they trying to like pretty much get ahead and be like, this is what's coming at, this is going to come at you or whatever, and try to, you know, prepare these kids the best way they know how. But at least, mind you, it's so fucked up that they got to put theory
Right.
on it, like, as if it's not a reality. Right. It's not a theory; it's a proven fact.
Right.
You know, it's not a theory.
Let me tell you something, man. I forget what the name of this documentary is, but I think it was on HBO. But I guess it was talking about the racial issues, how at this one school, the blacks were getting treated differently. But shit like that. All of this is why I'm gonna say, and we got to go back. Like you said, you really hit the nail on the head. Motherfuckers got to do better at home. You can't just leave it up to that institution to teach these babies, man.
Mm-hmm. Your kids should be able to go into a classroom or any setting and have a logical debate.
There you go.
You know, especially on race. It's not like they just only going to see people who look like them in this world.
Right.
I mean, we didn't have logical debates on race when we were in school. I doubt that these children today are having logical debates on race. Even while they currently teach the critical race theory, nothing's going to change. These motherfuckers give you a free education, and that free education is backed by a capitalist society. And the only reason why they have a educational system is so you don't break their fucking machines. Okay.
No, Cuddy.
Anything else? I mean, everything else you learn about life, justice, race, everything else is learned outside of that classroom. You know,
No. I get it, and I agree with you. And that's what we saying. It starts at home, but you got to think again. We didn't have fucking TikTok when we was kids. We didn't have Twitter and all of this shit.
You gotta admit, man, these kids are more
Advanced.
diverse.
There you go.
And more accepting than we could ever even
Right.
imagine. You know what I mean? They are so plugged in to so much different shit that we can't even, we look at it as goofy.
Right.
But to them, that's their shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude, we never would have, that would have never flown. You know what I mean? But, that's you're talking about the school system. I understand that, but I'm just talking about as far as like just the tech alone.
There you go.
These kids are fucking light years ahead of what the fuck.
Man, we was using rotary phones back when we was their age.
Mm-hmm.
These motherfuckers got phones you could see people on. We couldn't even. Man, look. Back then, if you called a motherfucker, you knew either that motherfucker, the phone was off the hook, or he was on the other line with somebody else, and you had to wait to call back.
It was our high tech was 3-way.
There you go.
Yeah. Star 69.
You know what I mean? We what are we doing right now?
Right.
You know what I mean? These kids do that daily.
Right.
We catching up to them.
Do you even think that whatever the school system is pumping in them is even effective? I mean, just think if they're in the classroom and they have technology available at their hands, they're not 100% in that classroom. So they're getting information pumped into them, this
True.
Like I can't see this next generation being worried about race when they're not worried about dudes and dudes together or chicks and chicks together. Like it, or even a fucking gender making a difference.
I got you.
But all of a sudden race is going to make a difference. Like I think this is like a last ditch effort to keep some of that bullshit.
My G. I'll never in this country underestimate the hatred for our people.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking never. Let me tell you something. It is more taboo, and I've said this before. It is still more taboo to see a black man with a white woman than it is to see two niggas kissing. They will put gay motherfuckers on TV all day. Okay. But they still, if they shoot a black man and a white man together, a black man and a white woman together as a family in a commercial, you never see them touching. You never see them together. They will go as far as to show you a black man with a mixed kid and a white mother and a picture on the refrigerator.
Yeah.
The infamous.
They just talked about that, how when they showing these new mixed race couples every other ad or whatever, they say the people are more likely to respond better to a white
and
man
a black woman.
and a black woman.
Right.
Yeah, that's the way it's always been.
And I was just like, fuck, y'all splitting hairs on that too? Damn.
I mean, but you got to think of the consumers. They're our age. I mean, we're not relatable to these.
It's time to rock this motherfucker with 3 the hard way. Take off Eddie P, 3 the hard way.
Doing all this weird shit, start taking over.
It's time to rock this motherfucker with 3 the hard way.
It's going to be fucking nuts.
Tank is already in his front yard in that lawn chair with the garden hose. Get off my fucking ass.
No.
That's him. That's him.
Right.
Already. He's like, when they bring that goofy shit,
get the fuck away.
Those tight ass jeans becoming, the on the state flag.
When your favorite gangster
you see it here
is
now.
wearing leggings.
Man, we need to get back to Porky's, man.
Yeah, man. We that was our generation, and it's gone. It's in a time capsule.
We were the last ones to love toxic masculinity.
That bullshit. Only here can you get it. Only here.
No, you get it. You get it over. You get it overseas.
Yeah.
You get that overseas.
Well, yeah, in every other normal country.
Just give it another 20 years. Your oldest action hero will be Madea. Yeah.
Okay, man. Okay, I can't. You fucked me up, man.
Madea.
I don't want to see that. Shit, man.
Madea escapes Croatia.
Shit, Madea taken.
Just thinking,
Right.
thinking about that damn theory. You done put that out there for
Fast
Tyler,
and Furious with Madea.
Fuck that.
Madea Toretto.
I'm gonna end on this damn. You brought that damn Fast and Furious shit up, man. Look here.
They got to stop.
Thank you.
They got to stop.
Thank you, because I'm like, look here, man. If we were in that situation and you keep fucking calling me, telling me I got to go and do this, that, and the third to save whoever, we need a break,
man.
We need to find some new fucking friends. If y'all always stay in some shit where I got to make a car do a motherfucking cartwheel down the street, you know what I mean? While on the hood. Come on, man.
These movies still make money.
What was 9?
These movies still make money, and actors still have terrible spending habits. I mean, you remember seeing Tyrese in L.A. in a goddamn fur jacket inside his house talking about Will Smith was going to cut me a check for X amount of dollars.
$1 million.
And
what more do they want from me? At his Starbucks in his
that was a
backyard.
lie, and his child support was behind. Like, come on, man. Like, you didn't did fucking 9 Fast and Furious movies, and you fucking broke.
Complaining that The Rock did a spinoff.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be family.
Yeah.
What? It's a movie.
Yeah. And every movie with Tyrese sucks. But, like, I don't know Tyrese as a person, but goddamn it, like, every movie with you in it sucked. Like, the only one that I ever enjoyed.
You addressed him.
The only movie I ever enjoyed was Baby Boy, and it's because motherfucking Bing Rames beat your ass. But
not.
Like, that's the only thing that made that movie good.
You want some eggs, youngster?
Yeah.
I know sometimes it might be crazy.
They're gonna make $1 million in these terrible fucking race car movies because
I can't stand. I mean, enough
and I still
already,
go.
man. The concept is just fucking like what.
Look,
really,
man. The motherfucking movie started out about racing. Most people don't know this, but I think it was. I think if you pay attention to it, it's a bad knockoff of Point Break. Point Break was about. Think about it.
I remember that. That was with my man who passed away.
The karate motherfucker. Patrick Swayze.
Oh, I thought she was about to say
Patrick.
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze and Keanu.
Now, in the movie, Keanu was an FBI agent, tried to infiltrate this group of thieves, let the motherfucker go in the end. The same exact fucking story of the first Fast and Furious.
Can you do that 9 fucking times?
Man, look, all I know is this.
Damn.
The Rock,
it's the same shit.
The Rock saved that fucking series because it had got awful. Then, now Vin Diesel don't want a minute. They made a good movie with it was just him and Idris. And I'm like, come on, man. The shit that they be having Vin Diesel do, riding a fucking drawbridge in a fucking souped up Hemi, Gran Torino, whatever the fuck. I know that ain't a real car, but niggas driving tanks and racing with submarines. Like, come on, B. Like, but I think that's all that he got. Come on. I think that's all Vin Diesel got.
Like, they jumped a shark in the first movie. There's nowhere else you can go.
Come on, man.
Thank you. Like, that was my whole point, man. That's it. It's a wrap.
They jumped a shark. So, all right. So, going back.
Enough, man. 9, you know they can't end with 9. It's going to be 10. Shit.
Yeah, it's going to be $1 million of these motherfuckers, as long as they're still making movies. But, like, jumping a shark comes from Happy Days. Happy Days was one of the best running TV shows, and then it reached its limit, but they kept going with the shit. And just to get more viewers, they had Fonzie fucking jump a shark on the beach. It was some dumb shit, but it was just to get viewers. So anytime some production goes over the top just to get clicks, they call it jumping a shark. Yeah,
man, look.
Shark. That is where
and the motherfuckers
they trying to sell
movie,
background
and
for them.
They just got to keep. The next one's going to have Transformers and aliens in it, nigga. Like it's going to be weird.
It is. No.
It's going to be weird,
right? And Dominic gone. I'm like, I thought the shit was gonna stop when the cat died.
It should have.
You know what I'm
thought.
saying?
It
You would
should
have
have.
thought.
It should.
Now they're like, we gotta put John Cena in it. We keep trying to sell people that motherfucker nobody want.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody like, oh, I gotta do John Cena movie. Nah, my dude, ain't nobody.
No.
That
They gotta
No.
stop, man.
whole movie series
Thank you.
has.
Thank you for we end on a little lighter note, because that right there just enough. I was like,
Enough.
Fast and Furious 9, and I think I stopped after the old boy died. I think that was the last one I saw. How many?
Like
ones-
they had
how many,
four
How many since
Like
then?
3 since Paul Walker.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it ended perfectly. He drove off.
That's it. Off.
They watched him drive to who the fuck knows where.
Right.
And they
That's it.
raced in the last movie, and Wiz Khalifa rapped, and
I think
That's it. All the awards.
the next one
everything
is
for
going to be a
that- for that.
crossover with Jigsaw.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how.
Dominic Toretto.
Okay.
You've made
Yep.
you've made 9 movies so far, and everybody's tired. Let's see if you can keep the car at 50 miles per hour, or it's gonna blow up. With like it's gonna be Speed. They're gonna remake Speed with Dominic Toretto in that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that.
With Vin Diesel.
Fuck that movie.
All right, fellas.
Gentlemen.
I appreciate you again.
Fought the
that
evil.
was good, man. Fucking Fast and
Yes,
Furious,
sir.
man. Fuck them. Fuck the franchise. And yeah.
Gentlemen,
Peace.
have a good evening.
One love, 5 bros.
Peace. Brooklyn, stand up.
Peace.
All the boroughs.
Right on. Peace.